Hi, you guys. Okay, I think this is the final video. It's number 7. And, hi, friends. So this is the last and final recording. And I just started editing this and realized I left out a very important piece of information. So this reading has to do with the Koch brothers. And I'll remind you that I did this before Charles passed away. But the reading is, I'm wondering what the Koch brothers' take is on Mark Zuckerberg, because they seem to know a lot, and Mark seems to be getting thrown under the bus. So I do give a lot of background information, but it's all so relevant to what's going on and what's going down. Okay, thanks. I did not get to finish watching Tarot's Apprentice on Donald Christ Superstar. I love his titles. Tarot's Apprentice always jolts me in my notifications with his titles, and I have to go and check and see what he's doing because they always crack me up. But anyway, I didn't get to listen to all of it. When I left off, it had to do with what he was seeing for Donald. You know, what's it going to take for him to leave? That it has to do with probably a court case or something like that, where someone's going to get hauled in and they're going to name Donald in everything. And, you know, earlier this week, the reason why, if you're just finding this video on April 21st, I was migrating pretty hard, but then I started throwing some cards to see what was up with Nancy Pelosi with an update, which led to Jared Kushner, which led to Mark Zuckerberg. And so I wrote down all of my spreads so that I could film them and share them with you when the time was right, which is now. So anyway, so Tarot's Apprentice was suggesting that perhaps maybe there's a court case or something coming up where Donald is going to be named. This might be it, because in my final video, this one has to do with the Koch brothers and their thoughts on Zuckerberg. Mind you, I did this before Charles Koch passed away. Thoughts and prayers. And their opinion on Mark Zuckerberg, because the Koch brothers are in just as deep as Rebecca Mercer, as Cambridge Analytica, as billionaires, as the global mafia. In fact, the Koch brothers, in my opinion, have a direct tie to Semyon, I'm not going to say his last name, M, the boss of all bosses, Putin's boss, the mob's boss, everyone's boss, the top guy. It's in the discussion tab. I tell you to look up his name, and I think it was on August 21st I said that. So things are getting too close for comfort. I have not seen Rebecca Mercer lately in my throws, except for the one just prior to this. But my sense is that the Koch brothers, because I know that Semyon was very disappointed in Mark Zuckerberg because of what happened in with the May election, with Netanyahu not being able to establish a government because the Facebook data failed, because I think Jared was given bad data and then that spread around all of them. So their formula failed. And what I see happening is, since then, you know, Putin is so pissed at Jared and Putin is pissed at Zuckerberg. I feel like the Russia investigation has gotten to a point where I think Zuck is going to get thrown under the bus. He's going to be the fall guy. And I wonder if because he is the fall guy, if he's the one that's going to name Donald. So that's that. So this spread, the question was to the Koch brothers, what are your thoughts about Mark Zuckerberg and his involvement with the FBI? Because obviously they have to know. Look at this card of the reading. Justice. Mark Zuckerberg, plain and simple, is facing justice for his crimes. And the fact that the Koch brothers know this right off the bat, I feel like they're setting him up. The signifier, and why would that be, Charles and David? Because of the deal that Zuck made with the devil. How in the world would the Koch brothers know that Zuck made a deal with the devil, which is Putin? Maybe because they're friends with him? I mean, seriously, this is the Koch brothers, what they have on Zuck. What's covering this? Ooh, that Ace of Cups. That looks like a great big tower of Ace of Cups. Yeah, there's been a lot of stagnancy with what they're trying to get going with the Ace of Cups, with this whole plan that's brought them so much joy. It has fallen stagnant because of what Zuck has done with the devil. And the challenge, ooh, this is actually reversed. Misfortune. Misfortune. The challenge is misfortune for Zuck in the eyes of the Koch brothers. At the base of this, we have, there's that 5-continent coup card again. I'm going to point up here because I did a reading on the 5-continent coup and who they are. What's crowning this is, ooh, nightmares, terror, a sense of being trapped, totally trapped, and extreme anxiety. Also, I was looking at that because I knew there was another word, I couldn't think of it, martyrdom. They're making Zuck the martyr. He's taking the hit. Because in the past, there's all that data inside the comfy Ecuadorian embassy with Julian Assange and all that money leaving out voters, suppression, micro-targeting. Like myself, look how sad I am. Look how sad I am. I couldn't vote. They wouldn't give me a ballot. That was my story. I shared my story in video number 1. What's to come? Ooh. This is I always thought this was angry Putin, but it's actually angry Semyon. Mogilvich. That's him. The boss of all bosses. Man, he is. I knew he was pissed, but he is just. It's his prejudice against Zuck. How do we see the Koch brothers about Zuck? Oh, the Koch brothers have some news coming from overseas. The environment is one of deceit, upset, deception, confusion, instability, questionable loyalty. The hope that the Koch brothers have is, this is where it's interesting, that Donald Trump will get caught in the offers that he has made to Mark Zuckerberg. Because this is all my Donald Trump card for him having bribes and stuff behind the scenes. And we know Zuck has to do with data. And there you go. The Trump family, and this might go back to the election in Israel that failed in May. The fear for the Koch brothers is that the Nine of Wands. What is this? I want to make sure I get my notes correct here. I don't have it. I don't have a note on this. So, 9 of Wands reversed. He is trapped, burnt out, done. Maybe they're worried that he might flip ahead of the Kochs getting the FBI on him, so that he might give out sooner than they want him to. Ideally, they want, Queen of Swords, New York to handle this. What's to come? Moneyed news. There's Jared. My original question to Nancy Pelosi was, what's going on this week? And it came down to Jared, money, Zuckerberg. We have come full circle. There we go. That was pretty cool. Okay. I still have to get to the Virgo Gemini quarter moon. This was the full moon. But just a note. Remember, Donald pulled the Fool card as we were heading to the quarter moon for this 9th house, which is for lands far away. This would be the G7. He left the U.S. a total fool with the Dow dropping and tariffs and blah, 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 all this crap this week. Okay, so you guys have a great day. Enjoy yourselves. Take it easy. We got this. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. Okay, thanks. If you like this video in the series, please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks.